Welcome back. Last episode, we made this awesome mob spawner, but its true awesomeness is just beginning. And to really achieve what I'm setting out to do, we need to dabble a little bit in Thaumcraft. So I made some tables, just a simple crafting recipe, some scribing tools, and that gets us a research table. When we add paper, apparently we don't add paper there. Okay. Oh, I remember now. Okay. If we have paper and scribing tools in our inventory, we can then open our Thaumonomicon and choose something we want to research here. Now, the first thing I always research is research expertise. So if you click on that, a research note is added, which we can then add to the table. And our goal here is to connect these glowing symbols. But to do that, we need to know what the symbols are so we can do it. I made another item from Thaumcraft, the Thaumometer, and this is how we learn what things are. There we go. You can see we hold right-click and we can discover the aspects of various items. However, we can only discover them if we know all of their components. So the basic gameplay for Thaumcraft, at least to start, is to run around and scan as many things as you can. You can scan items, as well as blocks, as well as mobs. And so I'm going to go around and scan as much different stuff as I can so that I can discover all the aspects, or at least as many as is convenient. And then I'll be back. Okay, guys. I got real tired of that really fast. So I came up with an idea, and we're going to try it out. I'm not sure if it'll work, but what's the harm? So, what I've noticed is that if I stand here and scan things, oh, it takes forever. I have to run around, grab everything. I wondered whether there was an automated way I could do this. And I think there is. And I think the secret is conveyor belts. So I'm going to set up right here for convenience sake. And here's what I'm going to do. Okay. First, I'm going to get rid of that cable that I put there because I don't need it just now. Okay. If I put an ME chest here, it should be powered by the controller. Just double check. Yes, okay. Now, from there, if I attach an item duct and wrench the duct, put in a servo, tell it to take out stacks of whatever, and to ignore that, then I want to try two things. First, I want to try the OpenBlocks item dropper. And for that, oh, of course. Never have any chests here. So I'm going to make a bunch. There we go. I'm not sure how this item dropper works, but I am hoping that it drops items without needing to receive a redstone signal. That would be optimal for me. But I also need to move it. Okay. I lied. I will want this cable here. Then the chest. No. The only issue with this cable stuff is it's difficult to place things on top of it. Okay. Good enough. Now, duct, the dropper, and finally the conveyor belt. Okay. Now, that is going to lead to an ME transition plane, which I will then hook up to the ME network. I'm actually going to change two things about this. Going to have that last. Have the last conveyor belt lead to the side, and put the transition plane there. Okay. Now, if I understand this correctly, and I very well may not, if I, for example, drop some items here, they should be added to the ME system. Okay. So, part 1 has been proven correct. There are a few more assumptions I've made, though. The first is that an item added to the item dropper will immediately fall out. And that does not appear to be the case. So what I need for that is a redstone clock, which is fortuitously a single block added by extra utilities. So so far, so good. Now, let's see whether this gives us enough time. Okay, we have to stand back a block. Good to know. It does. It gives us just enough time to scan the item as it's coming towards us before it gets taken by the transition plane. Okay, one final dilemma here. So if we change this to withdraw one at a time, and then take, for example, this storage cell and put it in, how is this going to work? Wow, this was a lot of effort to learn that ME chests cannot be piped out of. Okay. Give me a minute to rethink this, see if I can't come up with a different way. Okay. I have reassessed and consulted YouTube and come up with this machine. So, it works very similarly to the last one. As you can see, the item dropper puts the items onto a conveyor belt. They get retaken up by the transition plane. The difference here is that rather than draw out of an ME chest, it's drawing out of a diamond chest, which is attached via storage bus to an I/O port on a separate AE network from my standard network. So what will happen if we come here and grab a storage cell, when we place it into the drive, is that it will begin going through all its contents. We can stand right here, holding right-click, and every item that gets drawn out of that storage cell will come down the conveyor belt to get scanned. So that's pretty awesome. I'm going to play around a little bit with it to see if I can get it to shoot out stacks. One of the YouTube videos I looked at had a similar setup, and though his did not spit out stacks, he indicated that it might be possible to do it with item ducts. I'm not entirely sure how, though. as you can see, if we could spit out stacks, this would go a lot faster. The item duct does transfer stacks, but they just don't get spit that way. I think I might need something other than item dropper. I'm going to try the Mine Factory Reloaded ejector. Okay. Anyway, I am going to scan a lot of things, get some research so I can make pedestals. That is my ultimate goal. They're probably somewhere here under the Artifice tab. I think beyond Arcane Stone, somewhere around here. So I'm going to do some Thaumcraft research and see if I can't get what I'm looking for. Oh yeah, guys. Sorry, I know I told you I was done with this, but I got it working, and I am so pleased. The secret here was to use the item router from Mine Factory Reloaded. When you pipe into the item router, it pops it out one of the sides. Actually, it pops it out all of the sides. You have to tell it to only pop it out of one. And this shortened my conveyor belt by one, but I believe it's still long enough to actually scan everything that goes by. It's actually optimal. I've got just enough time to scan things before they get sucked in. Awesome. Okay, I am going to scan the contents of my AE system, and I'll be right back. Well, I've done a lot of scanning. I think I probably have what I need to complete this initial research, though. I've decided I spent enough time showing you how to do certain Thaumcraft things. I might as well show you how to do the actual research. So to do that, you need to connect all of the symbols together. And each symbol is made in part of other symbols. So, for example, and we will need our Thaumonomicon for the moment to figure this out. If we look at our aspects, we can see that Cognito is made of Terra and Spiritus. So we've got Cognito here. We know it's Terra and Spiritus. So if we put Terra next to it, the two will connect, and the Terra symbol will glow. Then if we look for Sensus, Air and Spiritus. Okay, so I think we've wasted this Terra here, because we are going to want to go through Spiritus. Possibly. Okay, what is Spiritus made of? Victus and Mortus. Victus is made of Terra and Aqua. Okay, that's how we're going to do this. So if we get Spiritus, and then victus. Oh. The victus actually has to go here. Okay. Now those two symbols are connected. Now I know for a fact that saxum will connect with terra, and metallum connects with saxum and ordo. So we have just created our first research, and that unlocks in the book research expertise, which means, oh good, this is why we do this first. When we're in the table, we can now see what the aspect is made up of, so we don't have to keep referencing the book. Yeah, I did a lot of scanning. I got all the aspects, and I started scanning. I scanned several drives in my ME system. I had a hard time though, so as a word of warning, if you should happen to use this device, for whatever reason it is having issues with items that don't form stacks, so everything in the filing cabinet, for whatever reason, rather than sending them out front like I think I have it set to do, it's shooting them out every side, which makes it difficult to scan them. Okay, so I have shown you research now. I've shown you actually all the basics of Thaumcraft and Thaumcraft research. So I'm going to do a little bit off camera on that. So I've been filming this episode actually over a couple days, and I'm not really sure how long it is now. I think that it's probably about right for a full episode. So, sorry if this episode's a little short. It might not be, I'm not certain. But thanks for watching. Next episode, I promise we will be done with our little Thaumcraft interlude. And we will continue work on this, what did I call it, a monsterarium? Oh, something like that. I made up a word for the episode title. Apparently not a great word since I can't recall exactly what it was. But once we have all the Thaumcraft research we need, we will get to work building this, and it is going to be really awesome. I'll see you soon. Bye.